Okay, you guys forgot that there was a Wonder Festival? Well, guess what? No, I did not. Actually, I kind of did. Oh, so yeah, as you guys can see here, this Wonder Festival is taking part on July 2025, July 27, 2025. So, as you guys can see here, we're starting off with Flame Toys, and I gotta say, ooh, this guy looks awesome. Oh yeah, look at that, man. I love the big giant cannons there. That double hammer there. Gun, man, the detailing on him looks awesome. Awesome. Sadly, he's not gonna be able to transform, of course, but it's pretty cool. And for your Gurren fans, yeah, check out that Gurren. Check it out. I think they're supposed to be Galaxy Gurren. I don't know, I get them mixed up sometimes, but I like the katana blades. I like how the fire is part of the body, and it just looks so awesome with all the colors. Check out the yellow going to the green. That's so cool. Of course, it has the faces here, the dragon faces all over. Awesome. And as you guys can see here, it's gonna be released on September 19, 2025 for 49,500 yen. How much is that? 49,500 yen. Well, that is 335 US dollars plus shipping, handling, taxes, and all that stuff. So get ready to pay around 400 to 600 bucks. Pretty easy. And I say 600 because the shipping might be 250. So it could be really expensive. But as you guys can see here, I got more information. And I know some people don't like these translation, but as you guys can see, it says it has a LED. I know it says the light of the light of the light of the light of the LED. That's so funny. Most beautiful. I'm sorry. But here you go. More effect parts for it, for the katana blades, as you guys can see there. That's awesome. Has two extra faces. It has this other face here, and of course, all the Gurren fans right now are gonna be in the comment section going, the drills are too small. They're the same size as my pecker. We didn't need that information, bro. We know you're not satisfied by the drill. We know that for this Gurren, I almost said this together. My bad. But we know that the drills have to be, for any Gurren fan to be satisfied, the drill has to be 2 feet wide, 3 feet tall, and it has to spin around by itself. You know, it has to be battery power. We know that you guys want that. We know, but it's kind of impossible to give you guys that. So I don't know, maybe get some modeling foam, get some nice paint and make it yourself, because if you're hoping that a company is gonna make it, unless it's a cosplay company and they make a drill that fits somebody's arm, I don't think you're gonna get that from anywhere. No Flame Toys, no CCS toys, none of them. No Chungoki, nothing. Ooh, look who it is. It's the king, the Rabbit King. He looks good. Man, you know what? Flame Toys might actually do him justice, because we saw the Plasmax one by Good Smile, and honestly I was not impressed by the paint job, because you have to put a lot of work, because it's not a Mondroid, it's a Plasmax. So yeah, so this guy looks really awesome. This might be, we have to keep an eye on him. Check it out there with the dreads. Here's his weapons. So pretty good. Oh, and he has the different faces. This is what I love about this guy. But honestly, like I have said before, the way I would do it, this is cool that you can just swap them out, but the way I would do it, man, would be to have an actual LED working head there, and you just turn it on, and with a phone app or whatever, or maybe a little controller, you change how the eyes look. That would be so awesome. Maybe a LED screen on it, or OLED screen, that would be, oh, that would be sick. That would be sick, because you guys know that this guy, when he attacks, when he's moving around, the eyes are moving and stuff, and the other guys that are fighting it, you know, the bad guys go like, oh, what the fuck, why is it looking at me like that, what the hell is that, what is the meaning of this, ah, and then they die. I want that. I want that. Man, this guy is just awesome. Just awesome. I gotta say, I'm really happy with the amount of companies and figures that are coming out. It's just, man, that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. Check this one out. Fully articulated fingers. That's cool. Shoulder pads, the helmet. Ah, yeah. Doing a great job. And by the way, this thing is translating everything. Come on. Super Raw Wars OG project, yeah. Oh, there's the swords. Ooh. 4 different swords. That gives you a lot of options. I love that. Got this guy. Looking badass. The blue, the white, the gold color scheme. I love it. A little bit of brass for the rifle. The rifle looks a little bit cheap when you get to this part here. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Oh, and there's a screw there. If you know me, I hate it when these type of figures have the screws in places that you can see them. Okay, this guy. Looking good. So that's pretty much it for Flame Toys, but we got CCS toys. Oh yeah. And here we got the Gather Team. Remember, this is the Gather Team. This is gonna be their 3-pack, so you're gonna get all 3 of them based off Gather Armageddon, which is awesome, and I like it. I like that it's a 3-pack. You know, you get Gather 1, Gather 2, and Gather 3. They have effect parts. They have their weapons, which is pretty darn awesome. The only thing that I don't see here is that Gather 3 doesn't have his super long arms for some reason. I think that's the only letdown here, that he doesn't have it, because there you can see gather beams, thrusters, ammunition belts, you have the guns, you have the tomahawks, you got the drill, you got the effect part for the drill, you have the missiles, and you do have the effect part here for, you know, making it look like he's rolling around, tank tracks, which is pretty awesome. And you also have this little effect part here, so that's pretty awesome. Honestly, I still stand by what I said, that the Heat Metal Plus ones are pretty much the definitive ones, but I think CCS Toys might be up to something, might hit a home run with this guy, with these guys. And if these guys, you know, because the freaking Heat Plus ones, they're like what, 150 each, 150 US dollars each, I think it is, or 120. Let's put them 120 just to be nice. 120 by 3, that is 360 US dollars. If CCS Toys can come up with this Gather Team and maybe get it around 250, I think that would be perfect. I think that would be a perfect price for these 3 together. Pun intended, obviously, because you have to get together to get together and to make together. So yeah, that would be pretty awesome for what you're getting here. That this is the one that I would go for, you know. And of course, we got the Black Gather from Gather Daikessen, which is the video game. And I told you guys, this guy, you know, is their own version of Ryoma's Black Gather. You know, it has stuff from Gather 1, it has this stuff from Gather 2, stuff from Gather 3, stuff from Gather Dragon. It's a mix and match, and it's actually pretty darn cool, because one of the main gimmicks of it is that it does have a gun. By the way, they're not showing it with its cape, because these are the wings, but he actually has a cape, and now the colors are obviously black, with these areas here being in blue and a little bit of yellow. He looks a little bit like Batman, by the way, especially the Batman the animated series when they did that transition. Yeah, as you guys can see here, this is Gather 3's arm, so the bending arm. So you can have the bendy arm with the claws here, and you can attach them to this one, and then you have the tomahawk, which he does have tomahawks. and the different hands. And this guy is gonna be awesome. Once they paint it and you see it with the LED lights and everything, that is gonna be one hell of a cool gather. And I really want this black gather. That's gonna be awesome. And then here's another look at it. So yeah, this is gonna be one of those unique gathers. I mean, it even has the battle mask. It is gonna be really cool to add it to your collection. It's gonna be awesome if you see another gather. But yeah, here's a closer look at the gather team. Man, they look nice. Remember, this is gather 1, not Shin gather 1. So that is looking pretty darn nice. Here as well, gather 2 and gather 3. They're looking great. They're looking great, and honestly, I'm really liking how they look. I like the size. Like I said, the only thing is gonna be the pricing. If they come out with a good price, like I said, 250 bucks, I think that would be perfect. Heck, look, here you have the cover for the gather beam, so you can have it this one or have this one. So it looks like they're gonna have LED lights for it. So that is cool. I don't see the circle here, but remember, this is a prototype, so it's probably around there. But if they come out with a competitive price, I think a lot of people are gonna go for them. I include myself in that. I think I will go for these ones just to have the OG gather team. And here's the rest of their displays. As you guys can see here, everything here pretty much has already been released. You know, I have Ryoma, by the way. I do have a review on it if you want to check it out on my channel. Pretty much the best, overall, is the best anime figure out there. This guy, the guy has a fully fabric coat with a fully fabric shirt and fully fabric pants. And by the way, if you're wondering, Zero, what about dust? What about hair? And what about all that stuff? Well, I have had mine in display right now for 2 months straight. It hasn't gotten dusty. It hasn't gotten any lint. It hasn't gotten anything on it. And it's just great. And no, I don't have these pet hair filters or anything like that. And my dog is pretty much a fluffy white cloud with 4 legs. So yeah, he gets hair everywhere. But man, it's great. The only thing that I do wish it was a little bit better is that the feet are a little bit slippery, so you do have to use the stand for it to stand up properly sometimes. But it's one hell of a figure, and I wanted to come out with Hayato, I wanted to come out with Benkei, I wanted to come out with freaking Musashi. I do, and I hope CCS Toys does come out with a freaking Kabuto Koji and Tetsuya figure. Those would be perfect for me. That would be perfect, you know. And they have a cool display wall here, which is pretty cool, so you guys can see everything from the gathers. I don't see the new gather. No, I don't see it there. It looks like everything, just the ones that have already been released, so that's cool. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for these two. More to come, obviously. It's just starting, so we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I think the big highlight here are this guy and these guys. Yeah, I want both of them. I want both of them, and the Heat Metal Plus freaking black gather, which was announced and is looking, you know, it was only announced, but we know that after their gather 1, I think that's gonna be the definitive black gather when it comes to Ryoma's black gather, you know. I think that's gonna be, I still hold the 3-0 Shin gather 1, the black version, as the best Shin gather design out there. I think when it comes to the paint job, obviously everybody, you know, gather is supposed to be this big bulky robot, and that one is skinny. But still, I mean, the paint job it's hard to argue that it's a black with white and green and some gold and some purple gather that looks way better than the other black ones that I have seen. It just does, and I don't know how other companies are not doing the same, because this is just beautiful. It's just beautiful what they did with that gather. Because honestly, if man, if you tell me right now, Zero, how would you paint together? That would be the exact same color scheme that I would go for. It's just beautiful, and I love that figure, man. So yeah, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.